Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty. Huge news today from the province. The government is looking at bringing in a cool-off period starting in the spring of 2022, so just around the corner. So a cooling off period on a purchase would allow buyers a limited amount of time to think about their purchase and change their mind with no or very low legal or financial repercussions. Basically, I think the province wants to help protect the consumer more by introducing this cool-off period or a rescission period, which already exists in the pre-sale market. So if you're buying a pre-sale condo, townhome home, you've always had 7 days to back out of the contract under the Real Estate Services and Marketing Act. However, there's one big difference is I've done hundreds of pre-sale transactions. On a pre-sale condo purchase, I've never seen a bidding war. Usually kind of how it works out is developer decides to launch a condo project. They have 100 condos. They launch the project. Maybe the condo project is super popular. On the first weekend, they get 40 offers for different units. After the 7 days, 10 people back out and have sold 30 out of the 100 units, and they continue selling the other 70 units for the next year or two or however long that project is taking to build. Also, when a buyer backs out of a pre-sale contract, they're backing out of a contract with a very sophisticated individual, the developer. Bringing cool-off periods to the resale market is going to be a lot more trickier because, first of all, there's a lot more demand. I've seen offers lately in Victoria in the range of 10, 15, 20 offers on a resale house. So a lot more demand. Also, if a buyer makes an offer and then he or she decides to back out, the person they're backing out with is usually not a sophisticated seller. It could be someone that has to sell something ASAP because they've already bought something else. It could be a family selling because of health reasons, financial reasons. So being able to back out during a rescission period, while it doesn't have massive ramifications with a developer, it could have massive ramifications with a private seller who desperately needs to sell quickly. Depending on how this cooling off period legislation is written, there could be hundreds of issues with it. I mean, one thing that comes to mind is right now when you have multiple offers, and if people are competing against under unconditional offers, they're usually hesitant to go too crazy on the offer because they know if the seller signs their unconditional offer, they're legally bound to buy that house. However, if everyone has a cooling off period, then why not throw in an offer $100, $200, $300, $500,000 over asking, see if the offer actually sticks, if it's accepted, and then decide whether you want to buy a house or not. So it could lead to a lot of potential problems, one of them being people overbidding, and then if they're successful, taking the time to decide whether they actually want to buy the house or not. It could basically introduce a lot of tire kicking into the system. The system's already inefficient as is. So this is a really big development, in my opinion. It could really change how real estate is sold in BC, depending on how it's rolled out. It's not going to change prices. Prices depend on supply and demand. The market's going to do whatever it's going to do based on those metrics. However, the process of selling a home could be a lot more interesting, where you have a number of offers collapsing, you have backup offers. I don't know if everyone has a cool-off period, how very serious buyers that have cash and are not interested in inspection are going to be able to differentiate themselves from other offers. A lot remains to be seen, but really big news. And I personally can't wait to see what the government rolls out. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras.